State facts. Only believe half of what you see and none of what you hear unless I said it, because I state facts. Good morning. I hope you woke up on the right side of the bed, because the wrong side is the wrong place to be, and we already know that. Today's topic is about playing both sides. Playing both sides, whether it be in relationships, whether it be in friendships, whether it be at work, on a job, or whether it be in your family. When you play both sides, you get caught up in the middle, right? When you take somebody's side, or you take the other person's side, or maybe you take both of them's side, who knows? What we call that down south is being messy. That's being messy. You can't play both sides. If you try to straddle that fence, you will get caught up in the barbed wire, and that's a fact. Only believe half what you see and none of what you hear unless I said it, because I state facts. Make sure y'all go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel so y'all can get all of new videos when we drop new content. Playing both sides. A lot of people don't realize when they be put in a situation to play both sides. Sometimes most of the time, we are often drawn into these situations to where we have to play both sides, right? And today, I want to tell you how to get out of playing both sides. My theory is the less information you have, the better decisions you can make when it comes down to friends, family, and also being in relationships. The less information you know, the better you'll be able to make a decision or be able to give somebody advice or stop somebody or diffuse a situation. Yet and still, we always find ourselves in the middle of situations because people tend to use us up. Motherfucker will use you up fast, quicker than rain. Let me give you a prime example. Let's say one of your siblings is in a relationship with one of your friends, right? Let's say that. Let's use that. One of your siblings is in a relationship with one of your friends. Now, you and your friends still go out and kick it the same way. Y'all end up going to the club. You notice that your friend is a player, right? And you watching your friend play. Your sibling, on the other hand, whether it be a man or a woman, your sibling, on the other hand, entrusts you with their person that you'll be the one that makes sure that nothing happens. And a lot of times we like that, right? He go out with more later, she go out with more later, so I know she ain't gonna do nothing. That's bullshit. Because let me tell you something. In these days and time, people keep things away from people. First thing people say, that ain't my business. I'm gonna mind my business. I don't want to tell them nothing because. All right, that's the first problem. That's the first fuck up you made when you say that, because you have to understand your loyalty. What do your loyalty lies at? You got to ask yourself, okay, who am I loyal to? Am I loyal to my friend? I'm loyal to my sibling. If you torn in between those two decisions, then 9 times out of 10 you're not loyal to your damn self. Because, like I said, your friend, y'all out at the club, you see your friend a player, the first action you should take is try to stop your friend. Hold up, man, you know, you're fucking my cousin, son. Look, that ain't cool. Girl, you need to stop. My brother ain't having that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. You know what we tend to do? We tend to let it happen. We tend to become part of the goddamn problem and not part of the solution. So, soon as that person get caught up, right? What the first thing they say? You can ask state facts. I ain't know. Don't ask me. We have to get out of that ask me shit, that amen and shit, or that we call it yes man. We have to stop yes man and stuff that's not right. That's called straddling the fence. You in between two situations and you're playing both sides. See, when you play both sides, you end up getting hurt. You can't play both sides. You end up getting hurt from a situation that ain't even your situation. You ever notice that? You always get they down on you. And guess what? When it's all said and done, you gonna be the op and they gonna be back together. They gonna be back cool. I spoke about this yesterday on State Facts. I don't understand how me and you could be friends. Like, you my bestie, right? You my bestie. And then you have friends that's not friends with me. So it's like you playing both sides also, because I'm pretty sure when you not with me, you with your other friends, and maybe they don't like each other or something. You know, maybe, I don't know. And they talk about your other friend behind your other friend back, and then you go to your other friend, tell him, or maybe you don't tell him. Maybe you stay in the middle of the barbed wire, you're in the middle of the fence, and you don't tell him what's going on. So you actually talking behind your so-called friend back, right? That's called playing both sides. You can't play both sides. See, when you play both sides, you always end up fucked up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live. You always end up messed up when you play both sides. The best thing to do is mind your business. If you out with a friend and that's your sibling person, and your friend playing on your sibling, your friend want to be a player, whether it's a man or a woman, and your friend want to be a player, first and foremost, you got to understand that your friend don't have no respect for you, first and foremost. Because if they do it in front of you, they disrespecting you, and that's your people. It should stop right there. And maybe they'll learn a lesson right there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll end up learning the lesson if you stop it right there. But if you allow it to continue, not only is the other person disrespecting your sibling, that person disrespecting you too. We got to get out of that. Either that, or you an amplifier. You amping the shit on for them to cheat on your sibling. Either way the cut go, they send you in the middle. How do you get out the middle? You stop that at the door. You stop that as soon as it start. Look, I don't want to be part. Look, I'm gone. You do what you do, I'm gone. Turn the other cheek. That's what they say in the church, right? That's what they say in the church. Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek and go about your business. And also, if you see somebody playing on one of your siblings, whether it be your friend, your best friend or not, you tell them, and you tell them, because in a sense, you're giving your sibling the perfect opportunity to decide if they want to be with this scumbag or they don't want to be with this scumbag. But you can't straddle the fence. You can't play both sides. You can't be in your sibling's company and also be in your friend company, and you allowing your friend to play on your sibling. That's not cool. Oh, I don't want to tell him nothing because, you know, listen, once you tell him something, and then again, people listen to people who not creditable. You gotta be creditable for somebody to listen to you, all right? You have to be straight like that. And you have to tell a person the cold, hard truth. And if they don't like you no more, they don't want to mess with you no more, then so be it. But don't find yourself in the middle of these situations. Because when you find yourself in the middle of the situation, guess what? You end up being the one hurt. You end up being the one fucked up. And that's a fact. So we can't play both sides. We can't straddle the fence. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? When you straddle the fence, you playing both sides. What that mean? That mean you're chilling with this person and you're chilling with that person, but y'all never chill together. You're getting information from this person and you're getting information from that person, and you're swapping information and you're telling information. Good morning, good morning. And you telling information from both sides. You straddling the fence. That's just how you get caught up in the barbed wire. So straddling the fence is not something that's good for you or the people that you fuck with, because that tells us there's no loyalty. Where is your loyalty at? Where your loyalty? You're not even loyal enough to yourself. You ain't even loyal enough to yourself. Also, like I said, if your sibling partner or whatever doing something and you right there in the midst of it, guess what? It's just like you doing it too. That's a fact. It's just like you doing it too, because you right there. You allow these things to happen. I say, stop surrounding yourself with people who don't cut it down the middle. We surround ourselves with liars, cheaters, stealers, robbers, and murderers. We surround ourselves with these people, and we expect these people to be loyal or be trustworthy to us. And you know they robbing the whole goddamn universe all the time. And again, like we spoke about yesterday, these are the people that we tend to be loyal to. And these are the people that we tend to take advice from. That's what I want. These are the people we tend to take advice from. The people who are thinking about nothing because they playing both sides of the fence. You feel me? How they say if he if he an enemy to me, he should be an enemy to you. How could somebody talk about me to you? How could they trust you to talk about me? Sometimes people tell your friend some shit to see if your friend gonna come tell you. And then if your friend don't come tell you, circle back around and make it seem like your friend ain't your friend. Because friends don't lie to each other. You feel me? Friends don't put each other in bad situations, bad predicaments. Friends don't do that to each other. And guess what? I'm the type of friend like this. The minute I see something that goes against what I know my friends stand for, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to pull my friend coat. See, a lot of people don't pull your coat. They sit there and watch it. They sit there and watch you go down. Putting yourself in the middle and not giving that good advice, you putting yourself in the middle of somebody else's situation, which means your mind in they fucking business, and you don't cut it down the middle to say, well, look, I'm not trying to be in between this. I'm not trying to be around this. You feel me? Then you part of the problem. Either you part of the solution or you part of the problem. But you can't straddle the fence. That's what we've been doing for the longest, and that's how we've been losing, because we've been straddling the fence. And not saying that we choose to straddle the fence. These people, they put us in predicaments. And hey man, hold on. Ain't that right? Didn't I say that? Didn't I? How many times that shit happened and you know the person lying? What they call it, capping these days? How many times you been in a situation and you sitting right there and you listen to your friend or your loved one or whatever, you listening to him, you sitting there listening to him cap, and they use you up, right? Didn't I say that? Didn't I tell you that? Wasn't I trying to go there? Wasn't I trying to do this and do that? Nah,